Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some footage of Picasso smiling, and I'm going to break down the steps on how I trained him to smile. So to start off, I'm going to define what I consider to be a smile, since horses can't actually do this and smile like humans. So what I consider to be a smile is to have him do the Flehmen response, which is lifting up his lip. That's what it's called. In this case, he's not necessarily doing it in response to a smell, which is commonly what causes them to do the actual Flehmen response, but I'm just targeting his lip and asking him to raise it. So, if you guys want to see how I taught Picasso to smile, then keep on watching. So to teach your horse how to smile, it's important to make sure that you're safe. So if you have a horse who tends to go and bite for food or get pushy into your space, then I'd recommend either not doing this trick and starting off by working on feeding your horse treats safely and having them be more calm and gentle, or having some sort of physical restraint in between you and the horse to help keep you safe. So that could be something such as having a stall door that has an opening so the horse can still put its head out, but it can't rush and trample you and get into your space. Or if it's just a horse who's a bit pushy, like Picasso can be sometimes, if the stall door's open, he tends to want to come out. And with this trick, he'd just walk into my space to get the food. So I would train it with him on cross ties, but just make sure you know your horse. That being said, it takes different horses different amounts of times to learn the trick. So if it takes you more than a week, if it takes you one session, just try not to compare you and your horse to others and don't get frustrated. Last little thing before we get started is make sure to keep the sessions easy, short, and simple. That means that don't try to ask for it all at once. Don't expect to get the trick after your first try. It's okay to take sessions and break it down. If you can, try to do it a couple days in a row, because consistency is key. With me and my schedule, I just wasn't able to do that, so I think it did take about 7 or 6 sessions total to be happy with the result of the smile. It still needs some work and polishing, which I can do another video starting off with the smile and some other tricks that I'm working on teaching him and show you guys the end results and how I trained him to do more tricks. But anyways, let's get into the steps to teach your horse to smile. So with Picasso, he's somewhat food motivated, but I wouldn't call him a hungry pony or a pig or anything like that. So to start off training the trick, what I do is I'd get some food, which in this case I had little treats, and I would rub it on his top lip. So if a horse wants to get food that's right above their top lip, what are they gonna do? They're either gonna move their head and try to get it, or they'll reach and wiggle their lip. In Picasso's case, it was a bit of both. At the start, they're not going to flip their lip up all the way like you'd like them to smile as a finished result. So with him, I did a bit of this. I'm trying to bite and go for the treat. At first, I just reward that and give him the treat anyways because it was movement of his mouth. But later on, throughout that first session, as I got more picky, I'd only reward him if there'd be any sort of mouth movement, like opening of his lips or moving them side to side, as long as he didn't chomp and move his teeth. So I called that good enough. That's how I ended the first session. Through the following sessions, I started to get more picky, so if he moved his bottom lip, I wouldn't reward anything. I'd only reward it then if he moved his top lip. Then eventually I got more picky and I wouldn't reward him for just wiggling his top lip. I'd want him to lift it up a little bit. And then I kept getting more and more picky, and I'd only reward him when he'd take his lip and lift it up all the way. At some point, I also switched from using the treat to get him to lift his lip to tickling him with my finger and bringing my finger out while showing him that I had a treat in my hand, to now where I'm at the point where I can just go like this and he'll move his lip up. So I'm going to show you guys some footage now to help explain what was happening. So you can see here, this is footage from day 2, which was February 11th. You can see that I have the treat and I'm trying to get Picasso to reach for it. He wasn't quite sure what was happening. He also really wanted to move his feet to get the treat because it was so much easier. You can see him reaching. He eventually does move his lips, so I rewarded him. Even though I wasn't happy that he moved his feet, I had to keep in mind that it was only one of the first sessions, so whatever I could get, I had to reward. Here you can see that I try using my finger, but he doesn't quite know what's happening, and he's just doing lots of licking and is quite confused. So eventually I do switch back to using the treat since he gets distracted and confused, and if there's food right in front of his nose, it's a lot easier. So there's him reaching. Still trying to figure it out. There he was getting a little nippy, so I didn't want to reward that behavior since I only wanted the lip to move. Here is day 4, which ended up being February 24th. You can see that I have the stall door open because I did lots of training that day on having him not rush. You can see there he is starting to move his top lip. I was trying to get him to hold it for a little bit, but he was having trouble. Here is day 5. You can see that he's really starting to lift up his lip. I'm still using the treat, but I'm holding it from further away. He's also having trouble holding it and it looks like his lip is quivering, but it's just him trying to figure it out. This is day 6 where we really got some progress. Here's a little picture of the first picture I got of him smiling. You can see us working on it here. He's very distracted because the stall door is open and there's a lot of fun stuff happening. So getting his attention was tricky. You can see here that he's really thinking about it. It's very hard though for Mr. Horse to focus. Oh, here we go. You can see the lip. He didn't flip his lip up all the way, but he was holding it out, and he was holding it for more than a second, so I rewarded that. Here you can see that he got a full-on smile. I had one of my friends film me so that you guys could see what's happening more. Again, getting his attention was tricky since there was so much happening, but the lighting was a lot better, so we worked through it. You can see that I'm tickling his nose, trying to get him to focus, and there, he got a nice smile. His lip wasn't flipped up all the way, but I'd say that it was more than half, so that was good enough. This is day 7, so this would have been on Sunday. This was the last day that we trained the trick. Here I had him on cross ties just to make it easier since I was really trying to focus on having him hold his lip up all the way, and I didn't want any distractions. You can see he's still trying, but it's hard work and he's not quite used to it yet. Here's us trying it off of cross ties just because I wanted to see where we were at. You can see that I have the treat just because I was trying to help him focus with being out of the stall, so I found that I needed to go back a couple steps to get him to do it in that sort of environment. Here's him doing it in the stall. You can see that we finally get the full lip up. I was so happy about that. Here's more footage of us trying it with the stall door open, but he found it very hard. So afterwards I did go back and do it on cross ties, but I guess I don't have my videos in order, so I do apologize for that. Here's a fun little picture compilation of Picasso and all the funny faces he made. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on how I taught Picasso how to smile and some of the footage of the whole process. If you guys get frustrated or have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to help guide you guys. I'm not a pro trick trainer. This was the first trick that I've successfully taught a horse. Yeah, I said successfully. That means I've attempted many times, but I feel like now that I can have him smile and isolate one part of his body, that I can try some more adventurous tricks such as bowing or hugging, and maybe even eventually lying down. So if those are things that sound interesting to you guys and that you'd like to see, make sure to leave a comment down below to let me know that you'd be interested in that, and I will definitely work on doing my best to teach him how to do that. Thanks again for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give this video a big like to let me know that you're enjoying the content and that I should keep it up. Make sure to comment down below if you're planning on doing this with your horse, if you've already taught your horse some tricks, or even if there's anything that you want me to teach Picasso. I could also try it with Lily if you guys are interested in that as well. I think it'd be really fun to compare the two since she is a lot more food motivated than him. So maybe it'll be easier, maybe it'll be harder. I have no idea. Actually, good video idea. If you guys want to see it, comment down below, okay? Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy and happy. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.